Welcome back. It's your boy Junior with my co-host Nikki.
Hi.
Did it make noise?
Hello?
Yeah, it did. Okay. Just making sure. So God, that hit. That hit got me. I had to stop rocking my chair. My chair almost had me there. Here we go.
Rocket ship.
So, did you hear about this time traveler? This, I don't know if it's the clip or if it's just about him, but a lot of people have talked about this time traveler, and I have to play it because it's kind of weird to me.
This is known as the most convincing case of time travel in the history of the world. There's been a lot. Sergei Ponomarenko was a guy who just appeared out of literally nowhere in Kyiv in 2006, right? So he showed...
Okay, before I keep on with this, these two are on a different podcast. I'm not going to say the name of the podcast because I don't want them to come jumping down my bones, you know? Because, copyright kind of shit. But, these two people that's talking about this time traveler is from another podcast.
Up dressed in like really old clothing, and he had this really old looking camera. So he claimed he was walking down the street with his girlfriend. A flash of light happened and he was spawned to the year 2006. So after doing some research into this, the cops were like, you gotta show us some type of proof that you're from this year, right? Then he said, okay, well, check the photos on my camera. So there was film in the camera that was undeveloped. When they developed the film, it showed photos of a girl, it looked like the 1950s in Kyiv. It's one of two things. Either this guy had a camera from the 1950s at 25 years old that just had undeveloped photos,
and he knew what was on the photos without them being developed.
Yeah. And there's photos of him on that camera. So then they were like, okay, who's this girl in the photos? He was like, that's my girlfriend. So they were like, okay, what's her name? They look her up. This is known as the most...
Okay, now that was the first part. Isn't that kind of creepy, though?
Oh, yeah.
Someone being arrested, they have old-timey clothes on, they're saying they're not from this time, they're from a different time. They have this old-timey camera, and they only know the photos that's been taken on the camera, and the film hasn't even been, run through a process or anything, and they're all like, how the fuck does he know? And they're all like, this is kind of creepy. Huh?
Wow.
This is known as the most convincing case of time travel in the history of the world. There's been a lot. So they were like, okay, what's her name? They look her up, track her down, they go and talk to her, right? She's in her 70s. And she was like, he was my boyfriend in the 50s, and one day he just vanished. He ended up disappearing. He came back 2 years later. He showed her a photo of him as an old man in the city with these giant skyscrapers, and he said, this is me in Kyiv in 2050. So he left, never to be seen again. So they're like, okay, this is weird.
So he went back in time too?
Deep diving. Turns out there was a guy named Sergei Ponomarenko in 1950 something who actually vanished, looked just like him, same description, same age that this guy claimed to be, went missing in Kyiv and never heard of again. So then they're like, okay, some crazy stuff is going on. So the cops get him set up in this high-rise hotel, and they're like, you're gonna stay here tonight, we're gonna have guards outside the door, and we're gonna figure everything out in the morning, right? He's like, cool. So they put him in this room. There's surveillance footage, right? They put him in this room, goes to bed, there's guards outside the door the whole night. There's, like, on the footage, you can see it. The next morning, they come to try to get him, he's gone. He disappears, never to be seen again. This is known as...
Wow.
That's fucking creepy. And they talk about him a lot on different platforms. I'm noticing videos of this story and people talking about this story from different TikTokers and a lot of podcast shows. So I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Did I miss something?
Yeah.
I'm all about the time travel. I would love to do that. I would love to go back in time and tell my bitch ass not to marry that motherfucker. And I'd probably be in a different situation. But then I'm all like, if I would do that...
But how is it possible? I just want to know how it happened.
I don't know.
That is so crazy.
It's creepy.
Well.
But I'm all like, if I was to do that, I probably wouldn't have lost my apartment. I probably would be still working at that nursing home. You know? And then I'm all like, I wouldn't have met Corey.
Yeah.
Because that whole relationship and that divorce forced me to move to Fort Worth.
Yep. It's funny how things work out, how they line up. And
Yeah.
if one thing changes, the whole.
And my grandma used to say a lot as me growing up, I don't know, when I was growing up. She used to say things happen for a reason.
Yep.
And if you feel like you've been through something before, it's because you have been through it before. But somehow you're back here and you're about to relive it again.
Hell no.
So what if we do have time travel in us, but somehow we don't remember it happened? But then our deja vu is us in the future, and somehow we went back in time to relive it again.
Shit. That's a crazy theory too, though. One theory I've heard about deja vu is that it is supposedly memory can be passed through genetics or something.
Oh yeah, genetics. Like it's your past life.
Like it's in memory muscle or something like or
okay,
tissue.
If that
or bone.
was like a memory from my past life, how the fuck was it in the same time and present that I am right now? If it was my past life,
alter universe.
Yeah,
reality.
like did I like back in the day, used to time travel and I came to this spot and I just never knew, and that's my memory now. You gotta stop meowing before I throw you.
Hey, need that baby.
Go lay down. So that
Why
was
are
me.
you standing up?
That was me because that motherfucker's meowing. It was getting on my nerves. I went to go tell him to shut up.
You did all that just to tell him to hush.
Yeah. He does it. He's only meowing because he wants in there, but Corey's getting tired of Anakin barking, so. Life.
Yep.
And we just found out that, well, not found out, but someone that we know told us that they know someone that can pass Corey's car illegally.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And yeah, y'all hear me saying that, and I don't give a fuck. And too many things are wrong with this fucking car. Not enough money in my pocket.
Reason why it doesn't pass inspection to be on the road.
Yeah.
I
mean, it drives. It doesn't throw all that smuck out in the air, and it doesn't struggle to start or anything. So why the fuck is that guy didn't check an engine light on? The motor should be wrong, for that damn thing to come on. What's that, Corey? Did you say ew?
Yep.
Oh, I need to relight this.
Yeah, you're just talking.
Yep.
And so yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But that is kind of creepy. Those two theories right there. Because a lot of things can happen. Ooh, okay. Mad Honey.
Oh yes.
We gotta talk about that. Okay, and it's funny that you've seen this. And I must have. Yeah, you've seen this minutes before I sent it to you. And when you found the honey on Amazon and you sent me the link, when I went to go save it for later,
yeah.
I already have it saved.
That's funny.
So I must have came across this and just
forgot
completely. Or I was too high or something. But Mad Honey is something that we need to go.
My guy Bundy has brought back up the most powerful he could find, and for better or worse, I'll be trying it soon. This is the real deal, most intense, blow your brains out your feet honey. You know that because it's red. I'm doing what the locals do. This is responsible. It cannot be done.
That's crazy though.
It's
Honey
cultural.
could do that to you.
Right. I don't want to do too much. Is that good? That's good. I'm so scared. That guy's story yesterday, he told us he ate the honey. He couldn't walk for 24 hours. We have an hour hike back to our vehicle.
Let's try it then.
All right.
24 hours?
Couldn't move.
Goodness,
And he took a
tastes different
tablespoon.
than regular honey, for sure.
Bus or not?
Yeah. Oh no.
He's like, I fucked up.
Immediately. Holy shit.
Immediately.
I feel numb here.
Yeah.
Right away, I feel light. I feel like my throat is numb.
Trick is not to drink water. If you drink water, you get more high.
I want to get more high. I
Bitch.
want to go back to normal.
Wait, hold on.
I didn't hear that part
Hold
or
on.
did pay attention.
Okay, hold on now. Hold on. If you drink water while you're high, You get higher?
On this mad honey.
On this mad honey. What if that's the reason why we're so cottonmouth when we smoke? Because we're making ourselves higher. And the higher we get, the more thirsty we get. And we feel like we're not drinking. But we are.
You lost me.
Okay, so in the mad honey, if you drink water, you get higher. What if when we're super high, when we're thirsty, whatever we drink just enhances it and makes us higher? And
that's a fact we have to look up now.
Yeah, and we just feel like that we haven't had enough to drink, but really we are drinking enough. Oh my god!
And that's why we can, when we drink a lot when we're.
If we do, well, I know I do. I could have something to drink. Okay. I believe I showed you this, but if I've talked to a few other people on Snapchat about this, and they kind of agree with me on it too. That they probably did this every other 2 or 3 hours because the stuff can last in the air for 3 to 4 hours. But the Antarctic, the wall, it's probably not even real. It says 1920 smoke screen faking the Antarctic walls for ships that are not supposed to be in that area.
Yeah.
And it's literally an airplane dropping, I don't know what kind of substance this is, but it literally cools and it stays in the air for 3 to 4 hours and it looks like a white snowy wall.
Yeah, like glaciers.
Yeah, and they're all like, and the maps that we have doesn't show that there is a ring around Antarctic. But in the old maps, like when they were doing maps and stuff for the army and shit, they show a wall around of Antarctic. Like there's a wall of ice.
Wow.
And in the center is us. The contents that we see, the and whatnot. Because when you zoom in on, well, I can't, but when you zoom in on the picture, you can see Texas, you can see other places.
Wow.
And then on the outskirts is the Antarctic wall, and then it shows in another map, it shows the Antarctic is literally a big ring of land, and they're just hiding it from us. And it shows alligators, it shows gorillas, it shows tigers, all on these contents that's supposed to be nothing but ice.
Nothing's real.
Yeah, for real.
Nothing's real.
But I'm like, that's something else. Here it is, right here.
We all know that Antarctica is the most mysterious and intriguing continent that exists. Recently, an incredible theory has been spreading and could completely change our perception of this territory. According to this theory, Antarctica is not a vast expanse of ice at the bottom of the Earth, but rather a gigantic wall of ice surrounding all the continents of this world.
Okay, that's what this person says. That it's ice. And it's like hiding us in the center.
Yeah, I get that.
And there's other places out there that the government doesn't want us to see. So, what is that fucking lost city?
Atlantis?
Yeah, what if that didn't really sink to the bottom of the ocean?
They plucked it from the...
What if that's on the other side and there's other places like that out there, but we're so advanced on things.
But how to get outside the wall if it was originally here?
I don't think it was originally here. That's what I'm saying.
How do we know about it?
Because someone from there came here.
Oh. Yeah?
Because they always say books are from imagination or from things that you've lived through your life.
Right.
Well, this person used to say a lot that it was not imaginary. He's been there. And this is an artist years, and I mean years ago. So I'm all like, what if that's one of the cities and it's still floating out there, and we don't see it?
Some even believe that if we were able to cross this ice wall, we would discover other continents that have intentionally been kept hidden from us.
Yep.
In 1992, a new standard world map called the Gleason map was published. depicting Antarctica encircling all our continents. A very intriguing fact is that the logo of the United Nations strongly resembles this map.
Yep.
A pilot took the risk of going there despite the prohibitions and released a low-quality video claiming to have reached this ice wall. But we cannot be sure if it is truly Antarctica or if it is staged. Scientists have long established that Antarctica is indeed a continent, thanks to satellite images that show its structure and expanse. Therefore, it is important to rely on solid evidence and serious research to understand our world. So, is this theory simply the product of the imagination of some individuals, or are all our beliefs biased? We all know that
Wow.
You know, it wouldn't really
That's
surprise
so
me if the government
crazy.
is trying to hide stuff from us, because they do it already.
What if there's something hiding from the what if the government is like they're not even in control? What if somebody else is really in
It
control?
wouldn't really fucking surprise me. Either way, it's still a government controlling a government who's controlling us.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a government controlling.
I mean, like aliens or something.
Yeah, and like I've always been saying my whole life, the government's gonna kill us.
Shit.
One way or another. Oh, I don't know if I saved it or not, but apparently, excuse me, people. There is this weird strain of virus. It's called the fungus virus, and they found it in a lot of dead people's bodies. It's a fungus growing inside of us.
Ew.
And a lot of people are saying this is how the movie The Last of Us started, because it started with a fungus and it started
Oh.
with dead people. Then it started into animals that ate the dead people, and then it started on the foods and
What?
plants and shit. I haven't seen the show nor read
Neither
it,
have I.
but it sounds interesting. But it's on HBO. But like, they found this fungus and they call it the zombie fungus.
Oh.
Because it only grows in dead things.
Yeah.
And they found it in dead bodies in China. Then they found it down here in New York.
Oh my god.
Like, it's strange. I need to find it. Because,
That's scary, not strange.
well, yeah. Well, my kind of scary is kind of strange, you know? Because it's that strange shit that kind of gets me. Let's see if I can
gets it
find
for
it.
ya.
That for reals. For reals, my nizzles, my hizzles, and everything in between us. Ooh, did I show you the video? I can't find that one video about the fungus, but when I find it, I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
But did I send this to you about this guy doing a video of this machine out in nowhere that makes clouds?
Yes, I saw that. NASA.
Yes, bitch. What if the rain we get?
No, not what if. Obviously. It's
yeah,
happening.
I know, but
Shit.
the rain that we're getting is from these machines.
I know, because
and that's why
usually it's
not
just in
clean.
April, May. We're at the end of May. We're just now in June, and it's like heavy raining still.
And what's so bad is, over the years, they have started collecting rainwater. Collecting rainwater illegal.
Made it illegal.
Uh-huh.
Illegal.
Because if we're caught collecting rainwater, we can get in trouble.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's crazy.
And what if this is the reason why? It's because they machined rain clouds.
Yeah.
You know? I know.
My nose is
My
stuffy.
nose is going stupidly stopped up right now.
Ugh.
But I'm all like, what the actual fuck? That's probably why our rainwater looks so nasty.
Ew.
So gross.
We actually played in the rain the other day.
Oh no.
It was fun though.
Probably.
I see lightning.
You need to stop.
Creepy
Thunder.
facts you didn't know about.
Thunder.
I know, right?
If you felt that you have been in that place before but never been, it is because you have been there in your past life.
Bitch. I just randomly clicked on this.
What?
Is TikTok listening?
Yes, they've been.
Ew. They were
But what?
listening.
I know, right? They're probably talking shit about us and all this, laughing, pointing fingers. Who knows?
But like I was saying, earlier. For that to be so, then that means we have to be time travelers. We went to the future, went through this, and then came back to the past to relive it. But then
it's
why is
also
it
a feeling though you get with deja vu rather than I guess the appearance is sick.
it feels weird. Like sometimes when I have it, I kind of feel lightheaded, like I'm gonna fall over.
Weird.
Like it's really weird, and I get that from my mother. Ew, gross.
Ew.
But
How dare she?
I know, but she said when she has deja vus that it gets to the point that her head will start hurting, and then she feels like she was gonna like fall over, like pass out, when she has those deja vu moments.
Weird.
What if our deja vu moments is ourselves in the future, in the past, colliding with each other, and that's why we feel so weird when we have those deja vus.
Yeah. Dang.
Because our shit's coming back together, you know? Ladies and gents, my nose is so stopped up that I am struggling to breathe.
Well, shoot, on that note, we should wrap it up and talk to them next time.
Yeah. Till next time. Bye.
Bye.